Hey guys, thanks for joining me. We are here for 30 minutes of core strengthening today. All you need is your mat. We'll be on the floor for the entire 30 minutes. You can be in shoes or barefoot, whatever you're comfortable with. There are a good amount of planks, so just make sure you're comfortable with what you choose to do. We're gonna get started with a quick warm-up to really activate through the core, and then we'll get on to our actual workout. So if you are ready, join me in tabletop. Nice and easy here, stacking shoulders over wrist, knees and hips are stacked. We'll take some cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly as you look up to cow. Exhale as you round the spine, tuck your chin into cat. Keep this going nice and easy at your pace. Making the range of motion big as you can in each direction. Should feel good. Activating through the back, belly, and shoulders here. Take a couple more. Good, and then we'll find a flat back. Draw that belly in, keep that back flat. We're going spinal balance. Take that left leg long behind you and that right arm forward. We're just gonna hold here. So make sure you're drawing that belly in the entire time, not letting that belly dip. Leg is squeezing strong, foot is flexed, toes pointing down. And that arm is reaching forward. Try to take a little weight out of that left palm, put it into your core, soften that left elbow. Limb stretch a little longer. And we go other side. Right leg long, left arm forward. Draw that belly in. Keep lifting and stretching those limbs. And again, try not to sink too much into that right arm, that right shoulder. Try to keep the work and the focus in the core. A few more breaths. 3, 2, 1, and release. We're gonna bring that right foot forward and just push those hips forward a little bit. Take that left arm up. We're just gonna side lunge over to that right side. A little stretch through the side body. And then drop the arm down, gentle twist here. Take the other side, bring that left foot forward, hips come forward, draw your belly in, right arm up and over, feel that stretch all through that right side. Good, then arm drops, take that twist. All right, we're gonna come to a low plank hover next on our knees. So you're gonna stay on your knees, come on down to your forearms. Hips are gonna push forward. So you're loading up those forearms. Make sure your hips aren't back. Push them forward. From here, you're just gonna tuck, tiny pelvic tuck, as you pull your belly button in as much as you can. I think you're trying to pull it into your spine, and your back is rounding a little bit. So think belly button into spine, spine up to ceiling. You should be squeezing as tight as you can here. Keep it holding, keep it squeezing. So super active in that core. Keep that holding for 10 more seconds. Keep holding, keep squeezing, keep that tuck. And release. We're gonna do that one more time. Find that squeeze, find that tuck. Here we go, lift up. Make sure you keep breathing. And throughout class, you're gonna wanna think about this squeeze. Think about that tiny pelvic tuck where when we're in our planks. Think about pulling that belly button into your spine when we're on our back. 3, 2, 1, and release. We're gonna go all the way up to a high plank. Couple seconds holding a high, couple seconds holding a low, just to get those planks formed down and ready to go for class. So tuck your toes, lift those knees, find that high plank. So half of our workout's gonna be a plank. We're gonna do a minute on our back, a minute in a plank, back and forth. So a good amount of planks coming your way. Use this time to focus on that form. 10 more seconds, keep holding, keep breathing. 2, 1, drop down. Quick shake out, roll those shoulders. We're gonna go to forearm, same thing, just a little hold there. Make sure your shoulders and elbows are stacked. Back on those toes. Here we go. We're up and holding. Steady breath. So a lot of planks coming your way. When we're in those planks, every move today is going to be a minute. So I'm going to ask you to take your breaks when you need to, modify when you need to, rest it here. Anytime I give you something to add on, that's an option. You always have the option to just hold that plank, high, low, knees, whatever you need to do to get through today. All right, so we're gonna go back to that high plank. Minute moves, like I said, we're gonna go back and forth between a high and a low on this first move. We'll have about 10 to 15 seconds to transition as we'll be going from plank to back, plank to back. All right, are we ready? High plank in 3, 2, 1. So we're just holding this first one, just like we did in that warm-up. Shoulders are stepped over wrist, palms pushing down in the mat. Spread those fingers out wide. And then feet about hip width apart. You're pushing your heels to the back wall as you're squeezing your legs, squeezing your glutes. Walk it to your forearms. Can you stay holding while you do? Forearms and hold it, breathe. So everything stays the same, just now your shoulders are stacked over the elbows. Still squeezing that belly in, finding that tiny pelvic tuck. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing your legs. Walk it up, high plank. Good work, you got it. We have 15 more seconds. Breathe through, walk it down one more time. Right here, take it down for your last 5 seconds. From here, we're gonna flip it onto our backs. 3, 2, 1, drop your knees. Good work, guys. Flip it on over. Like I said, 10 to 15 seconds to transition. Setting up a crunch. 30 seconds in a basic crunch, 30 seconds in a cross crunch. Fingertips light at your ears. Lift it up in 3, 2, 1, basic crunch. So again, nice, easy as we move into this workout. Starting with this crunch here. As you lift, focus on engaging your abs to lift you, pushing that low back into the mat. Neck and shoulders staying as relaxed as possible. Using your breath, exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. We're gonna take it to a cross crunch in 3, 2, 1. Elbow to opposite leg, side to side. So you're lifting up high as you can, finding that twist at the top. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Again, can you keep the shoulders relaxed, the neck relaxed? Focus on the work in those abs. You have 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. Flip it back over. High plank, we're going climbers. I want you to take your time. You're gonna be in a high plank, knee to chest, knee to chest. Range of motion, big as you can. Pull that knee up into your chest. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So get that range of motion down first. And then if you want to start taking faster, go for it. But don't let that range of motion shorten. Form, most important here. Shoulders are always over those wrists. Your hips are down. And this is when I said if you need breaks, if you need to modify, if you need to take the climber slower and add some just plank holds in, you do what you need. Stay strong, you got it. Use that breath. We have 20 more seconds here. Drive that knee up far as you can. You got it. 10 to go. Soften those elbows. Make sure you aren't locked. 5, 3, 2, 1. Great job. We drop, we flip it over. Reverse crunch to leg extension. So you're gonna legs start up, lift your heels to the ceiling as your hips lift. Pull the knees into your chest, extend out. Up, in, out. Here we go, join me. So that extension, you can take as high or as low as you need. Just make sure that belly is pulling in tight. Your low back is pushing on the mat every time except when we're doing that reverse crunch. So lift, hips drop, low back pushes down, legs extend out. You got it. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep that breath smooth and steady. Every exercise we do, you are focusing on the work in the core. That's what we're working. Stay strong. You got it. Big lift on that reverse. Taking those heels to the ceiling. 5, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. We flip it over. High plank, we're going cross climbers. So similar as before, now you're taking that knee, opposite elbow. Make that range of motion big as you can. Again, find that cross. Try to get as close as to the opposite elbow as you can. Here we go, find that plank. Form first, range of motion, and then you focus on that speed. Taking breaks when you need, get water when you need. Listen to your body. Is that belly squeezing in? Is that core strong? Good work, you got it, we're past halfway. Big twist, big cross. Try to take that knee to opposite elbow. Great job, you have 10 more seconds, stay strong. Three, 2, 1. Rest it, flip it over, good work. Jackknife next. Right leg, left arm are gonna meet. Whether that's a sit-up or crunch, you're gonna pick. We're gonna be here 30 seconds, and then we'll get the other side. Right leg, left arm, 3, 2, 1. So full range of motion, you're coming all the way up to a seat. If that's too much, you're gonna shorten it and find a crunch. Same thing though, right leg, left arm, reaching and then drop them down. Exhale up, inhale, lower. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Left leg, right arm, pick your range of motion, go ahead. If you're coming all the way up, try to roll that spine to the mat as you lower. Keep that low back safe. Good work, guys. Keep it going, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Guess what? Flip it over. All right. Your last climbers, we're going wide. Find that high plank. Knees going opposite elbow. You're turning that knee out, so you're working through your obliques. I want you to hit as high as you can on that elbow. So get away from that forearm, get that arm up, maybe even to your tricep. Here we go. Set up your plank, alternate sides, right and left. Steady breath, big range of motion. Lift that knee up and out. Strong belly. Breathe through, you're halfway. Checking that form. Are your shoulders still over your wrist? Are your hips down? Elbows are not locked. They are soft at your joints. You have 10 to go. Three, 2, 1. Great job, guys. Remember, if you need water anytime, make sure you're getting it. Bicycles coming next. On your back. Knees are going to stack over hips. You're going to extend from there. Try not to pull the knee towards you. You want to think about you going to that knee. 3, 2, 1. Big range of motion. Take your time. Opposite leg is extending long. Your feet are flexed. Too much, you can always go back to that cross crunch that we started with early on. Drive that elbow to the knee. Find that lift and twist. Halfway. Good work, steady breath, breaks when you need. If you need to modify, you can always take that extending leg a little higher. That'll also help make it easier. If you're feeling good, you're taking that leg as low as you can. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. We're on to our low plank coming next. We're gonna go hip dips. So your forearms are not gonna leave the mat. You're gonna drop your feet side to side. So I like to have my feet together on this one. Come find that low plank with me. You're gonna drop, so you're on the edge of your right foot, and then through center, edge of your left. Keep it going side to side. Moving at your pace. And if coming all the way to the edge of that foot is too much for you, just go as far as you can. But remember, those forearms are not moving. You're on your forearms the entire time. That twist is coming through the core. Halfway there. Relax those hands if they're in fists. Try to relax. Steady breath, 20 more seconds. Hips are down. Make sure your shoulders are over your elbows. 10 to go. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Leg drops coming next. We're gonna keep our legs together. I'm gonna ask you to go clockwise, making a circle as big as you can. 30 seconds, and then we'll reverse it. Come onto your back, take your arms out to a T, draw your belly in. Clockwise, here we go. So you're making a circle as big as you can. Keeping it safe though. That belly is in. That low back is on the mat. Don't let it lift up. Big circle around. Neck and shoulders relaxed. That head can be lifted or you can stay on the mat, whatever's comfortable. Reverse it. Take it counterclockwise. Legs straight as you can get them. Flex your feet. Arms are out to a T. Steady breath, you got it. Ten to go. 2, 1. All right, flip it back over. High to side planks. We're coming back to palms. We're gonna go high to side. When you go to that side, you can stack. You can keep those feet split. It's up to you. Ready in that high. 3, 2, 1. Starting your high, move it to a side. Again, stacking those feet or keeping them split. Come back to center and then go other side. I want you to take your time here, finding a pause in each of these 3 planks. When you come into a side, make sure you are stacked with the shoulders, with the hips, and then optional with those feet. That shoulder should be right over the wrist, just like your center plank. You guys are doing great. Stay strong. Keep it going. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and drop it. Flip it on over. All right, guys, hope everyone's doing all right so far. Leg drop scoops coming next. Again, relax upper body. You're gonna drop as far as you can with safe form. Heels to glutes. Back up, here we go. Drop, pull in, lift up. If that's too much, just don't take that drop as low. Everyone is squeezing in. Everyone is keeping that low back pushing onto the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Good, in 5 seconds, we're gonna reverse this. So from the top, bend your knees, pull your heels to glutes, kick out from there, keep your feet flexed, scoop up, in, out, up. Good work. Again, you're picking that range of motion, only dropping those, kicking out those legs at a height that's comfortable for you. So take it higher if you need. Almost there, then we're back to a plank in 3, 2, 1. Flip it on over. We're gonna hold a side plank, this time on your form if that works for you. Make sure that elbow and shoulder are stacked. 30 seconds, I'll tell you to switch. Try to stay holding on that transition if you can. Right forearm down, stack, lift, here we go. So again, your feet can be stacked, they can be split. If you need, you can drop that right knee to the floor. Push your hips up high as you can. Squeeze through that right oblique. Left arm reaches high, keep breathing, 10 more seconds on this side. So if you need to drop down to transition, do it. If you can stay holding, do that. 3, 2, 1. Left forearm to the mat. Hips high, find that side plank, hold, breathe. Always make sure that shoulder is stacked over that elbow here. Lift those hips up a little higher. Keep breathing, 10 to go. You got it, 5 seconds. We're going to a crunch next. 3, 2, 1. All right, you guys are doing great. Or keep moving through. 6 more minutes, 6 more moves. Bring those feet together just like a crunch. And then you're gonna drop your knees right so that left hip is up. Keep your shoulders square. We're just gonna crunch up here, go ahead. So nothing is different in that lift. It's a basic crunch. Your just lower body is twisted off to the side. Exhale up, inhale lower. This side for 30 seconds and then we'll switch. Neck and shoulder relax, use the abs to lift. Stop it down, flip sides, or right into it, go ahead. Good work, guys. So as we're getting towards the end of our workout, as we're getting tired, really focus on the form. Really focus on what you're working. So if you're working those abs, those obliques, focus on that. Focus on the work being there. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, next one. We're going to a high plank to a down dog. Take your feet a little wider, especially if you have tight hamstrings. Hands a little closer is going to help. You're going to be in that high plank. You're going to push back to a down dog. Hand taps opposite knee. Come forward, and then other side. Set it up, and we're going. So you're trying to take that hand as you're lifting those hips and then setting it back as you drop into that plank. But if you need to lift and then tap to slow it down, you can certainly do that. All right, make sure you are always coming back to that high plank before you transition to the other side. Halfway there. Getting a little more shoulder work here. You're still strong in the belly, squeezing in. Super important that you don't dip those hips at the bottom. So as we're moving here, it's easy to start taking it faster and get some momentum. But you don't want that. You want to find that plank, find a tiny pause, and then go to that other side. 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. 4 moves to go. Circle leg drops. This time you're going to split your legs. So come on your back. Legs are going to go opposite directions. Bring the feet together. Right back up. Again, you pick your range of motion. Here we go. Drop as you lower. Together on your way up. Might feel this a little bit in your hips, depending on how flexible you are. Always shortening that range of motion when you need. Shouldn't feel any pain in that low back. Squeeze your belly in, push your back to the mat. In 5, we're gonna reverse it. Legs at the top. Now drop the legs together, circle on your way up. Drop, circle up, you got it. Good work. Try to relax those shoulders as much as possible. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Come on up to a seat. Flip it on over. All right, a good one coming up. We're gonna be on our forearms. Have a little bit of space that you can walk those forearms forward. All right, so come to the end of your mat. High or forearm plank, so low plank. Take your feet wide, just start in that hold. Check that form, you're squeezing in tight as you can. So here, you're gonna walk those forearms forward and then walk them back in line with your shoulders. Keeping those hips down, keeping everything else in place. Nice and easy. And it might just be like one walk and then you're back, one walk and you're back. Taking that range of motion whatever you can. Don't let those hips dip as you start to walk out. You're squeezing in tight, nothing except those arms should be moving. So those feet wide will help keep that everything else stable with that wider base. You're almost there. A few more walks. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Last one on your back. Take your legs long and take them fairly wide here. We're gonna sit up. You're gonna reach those arms to the ceiling and then to your right foot. First one, join me. Lift, sit all the way up. Reach up first, then to that foot. As you lower, you roll the spine to the mat. Lift up your second one, you go left foot. So big lift, reach, squeeze in, push that low back out, roll down. If coming up all the way is too much, you can take this to just a crunch. Keep it going your pace, just alternate legs when you come on up. Take your time. Find that squeeze in as you lower. Pushing that low back to the mat. Three, 2, 1. Good work, guys. All right, your final move. We're going suicide plank. You're walking high, you're walking low. Like that last one, take your feet wide. That bigger base is gonna help. Hips, try not to sway side to side. Think straight up, straight down. We're going at your pace. First 30 seconds, right arm lead. Start high. 3, 2, 1. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Your pace. Start this out. Slow if you need, especially if you haven't done this before. Forearm, forearm, palm, palm. Squeezing in as tight as you can. Again, those wide feet will help keep those hips stable. Left arm's gonna lead in 3, 2, 1. Walk it high, walk it low. Hips are down the entire time. Shoulders always stacked over that elbow or forearm. Elbow or palm, I'm sorry. Elbow or palm. You got it, 10 more seconds. Keep working, keep pushing, you're almost there. 3, 2, 1. And rest it. Awesome job, guys. You made it. Find a seat. Just take a nice quick stretch. Taking that left arm up and over. Find a lean to that right side. And then sit tall, taking a twist. Hand outside that right leg. All right, awesome work, guys. Making it through. You did 15 minutes of planks. So congrats on that. Right arm up and over. Sit tall, find that twist. And then let's flip around. Let's take a quick child's pose. Taking those knees nice and wide, sinking your hips back. And then push your weight into your palms. Let those legs go long, looking up. Add a little movement here if that feels good. And then go ahead up onto your knees. One last big stretch up overhead. Awesome work, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope everyone got a good core workout. Make sure you get plenty of water. Stretch out anything else you need. Come back and take this class anytime you like. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys.